built it wrong, or so they say. A lighthouse 10 miles from the nearest bay. No gulls, no ships, no ocean spray. Just rows of wheat that sway and sway. But every dusk he climbs the stairs, lantern in hand, salt in his prayer. Though he's never seen a tide or whale, he swears he hears a phantom sail. He lights the lamp for skies that weep, for storms that rage in someone's sleep. Though sea lies far beyond his reach, he guards the ghosts that haunt the wheat. And maybe dreams don't need a shore to crash, to drift, to ask for more. The townsfolk laugh, call him the bluff, say tending weed is light enough. But every spark that he ignites, he swears it shines through stranger nights. One girl left town and years went past. She sent a shell, I saw your mast. And still he stands where no ships be, a lighthouse facing fields, not sea. He lights the lamp for skies that weep, for storms that rage in someone's sleep. Though sea lies far beyond his reach, he guards the ghosts that haunt the wheat. And maybe dreams don't need a shore to crash, to drift, to ask for more. Past that windswept farm and see a tower shining warm. No, not all sailors ride the foam. Some keep the sea by staying home. Past the split rail fences where the thistle dares to grow, lives a man who keeps the hours that the world forgot below. He winds a clock made out of stone, it ticks and crows and rain. Says time don't pass, it circles back, wearing different names. And he hums to the sun when it rises slow, tells the wind which way to blow. He's got jars of thunder on a cedar shelf, and a song he only sings to himself. They say he once danced with the northern lights, traded years for stars and silent nights. The world spins fast, but he walks slow. The man who keeps the hours don't need to go. His roof is made of calendar, leaves that fall but never die. He catches echoes in a jar, then throws them to the sky. Children climb to hear his tales of mornings left behind, of a train that only runs for those who've lost their sense of time. And he hums to the sun when it rises slow, tells the wind which way to blow. He's got jars of thunder got jars of thunder on a cedar shelf, and a song he only sings to himself. They say he once danced with the northern lights, traded years for stars and silent nights. The world spins fast, but he walks slow. The man who keeps the hours don't need to go. I asked him once what time it was. He smiled and shook his head. It's always now or never, boy, depends on what you said. So when the clocks all break and the bells don't chime, look up that hill and you might find a man still humming quiet and proud, keeping hours inside the clouds.
At dusk with a lantern low, down roads where no one dares to go, not looking for folks or their remains. He's calling out the window panes. In every house the wind forgot, he hums to glass grown cold with rot. Not for ghosts or souls long gone, but for the light that once lived on. He sings to windows cracked and blind, to echoes of a warmer time, when laughter danced on curtain lace and someone kissed the fireplace. He don't need walls or open doors. He's mourning what the glass once wore. He knows each frame by name and tilt, each story etched in dust and silt. Some held grief and some held grace, but all held faces time erased. Folks say he lost a child one fall to fever and a silent hall. Since then he roams where light once stayed, and sings for what won't be remade. He sings to windows cracked and blind, to echoes of a warmer time, when laughter danced on curtain lace and someone kissed the fireplace. He don't need walls or open doors. He's mourning what the glass once wore. So if you hear a song and flame, feel the glass, remember names, that's him just passing on his way to sing the dusk where light won't stay. He don't need walls or open doors. He's mourning what the glass once wore. So if you hear a song and flame, feel the glass, remember names, that's him just passing on his way to sing the dusk where light won't stay. Behind the cornfield where the fireflies won't go, and the owl speaks in riddles only midnight riders know.
I've seen shadows kiss the hayloft like a ghost that wants to stay, while the moon once rode a mare down the hills of yesterday. She left me with a whisper and a pocket full of time. Said the stars don't keep no promises, they just mark borrowed time. I've been chasing songs through cedars that no man's meant to play, since the moon once rode a mare and took my heart away. There's a lantern made of amber in the cabin by the stream. It burns with all the names I've lost and ones I dared to dream. I drank silence from a tin cup carved with crooked truth, and I bury all my questions in the orchard of my youth. She left me with a whisper and a pocket full of time. Said the stars don't keep no promises, they just mark borrowed time. I've been chasing songs through cedars that no man's meant to play, since the moon once rode a mare and took my heart away. If you find her where the fence bends like a prayer turned into stone, tell her even the wildest river still calls somewhere home. So I'll hum beneath the pine wind where the dusk like old suede, till the moon rides back that mare through the dream we never made. She left me with a whisper and a pocket full of time. Said the stars don't keep no promises, they just mark borrowed time. I've been chasing songs through cedars that no man's meant to play, since the moon once rode a mare and took my heart away. If you find her where the fence bends like a prayer turned into stone, tell her even the wildest rivers still call somewhere home. I've been chasing songs through cedars that no man's meant to play, since the moon once rode a mare and took my heart away. There's a track behind the orchard fence where the weeds grow thick and dense. No train's been seen for 50 years, but still you hear it when doubt draws near. Folks say it rides on iron and loss, fueled by names the mind forgot. If you feel hollow, thin as flame, you might just hear it call your name. It don't stop for fame or gold, it don't care if you're young or old. It only comes through silent towns when your memories start breaking down. And if you bored, you best beware, it may take you where you ain't there. I met a girl in '89, said she heard that engine whine. She wrote her name in dirt and cried, watched the whistle steal the sky. They say the engineer's got no face, just a coat stitched out of grace. And every soul he picks to ride leaves behind a name they hide.
walks by scenting shifting wind through weeds so tall it hides his sin. His eyes are glass, but truth is sound. He hears the roots beneath the ground. He speaks to stones and rusty gates, tells stories time disintegrates. Says, I don't need no map or flame, I chase the paths that have no name. Where no one's foot has fallen, no names carved in the dust. Where silence sings in cedar, and the stars don't ask for trust. He's blind but sees the colors that the sighted folk forgot. Like the scent of rain on gravel, or the warmth in something lost. He kissed a girl in Arkansas who dreamed in shades he never saw. But when she begged for roots and rings, he vanished with the blackbird's wings. He says the world's too full of doors that open to the lives we wore, but I want one that swings on air to somewhere no one's ever cared. Where no one's foot has fallen, no names carved in the dust. Where silence sings in cedar, and the stars don't ask for trust. He's blind but sees the colors that the sighted folk forgot. Like the scent of rain on gravel, or the warmth in something lost. He kissed a girl in Arkansas who dreamed in shades he never saw. But when she begged for roots and rings, he vanished with the blackbird's wings. He says the world's too full of doors that open to the lives we wore, but I want one that swings on air to somewhere no one's ever cared. So if you hear a cane on stone, or smell wild mint where none has grown, he's passed you by, still searching slow for places no eyes ever know.
Rain, don't bother reading me. My name's worn thin by history, carved in love, now lost in liking. Even roots forgot the silence I'm in. Once they came with hands and tears, spoke of war and wasted years. Now the grass just grows too high, no one left to wonder why. I'm a stone with no one left, holding on to a stranger's breath. Time walks past, boots soft with dust. Names like mine just turn to rust. I don't weep, but I remember death. A stone with no one left. Birds don't land, they fear my still. Like I might speak what bones won't spill. She kissed my edge in 49, that never came to check the line. You think forgetting's just a fade, but I hold echoes that never trade. A laugh, a vow, a final call. They settle deep and won't shake off. So if you pass and feel the chill, that's just me waiting still. Not for flowers, not for theft, just for someone to say what's left.
I sat in his belt since '69, next to rust, sweat, blood and spine. He loaded 6 but chambered 5, said one for later if I'm alive. I rode through war, through jailhouse nights, past whiskey brawls and midnight fights. Each time he reached, I held my breath, but mercy came instead of death. I'm the bullet that waited, silver and still, heavy with silence, aching with will. He never used me, never dared, but I was there, oh, I was there. He lived through fire, through fate, debated, while I just stayed, the bullet that waited. His hand got slow, his aim got wide, his boots grew soft, his horse just died. And in the drawer I sleep today, unfired truth in a world of stray. Some live loud and some go quiet, some in life, in ash and riot, but some just keep a war inside and never shoot what they can't
wrapped in wool by a shaking hand. He whispered soon like it was planned. Gunsmoke first, not me, not yet. Now I'm just a promise he never met. He dreamed of dusk and firelight, of ash that danced in whiskey night. But the duel came fast, the aim was true, and all that's left is smoke I never knew. I'm the cigar that never lit, born for fire but died unbit. No spark, no draw, no ghost to chase, just silence tucked in a blood-stained place. They mourned his name with grit and spit, but none knew me, the one he'd quit. The coat got sold in El Paso sun. I stayed in line and thread undone. A preacher found me, sniffed and swore, said he almost made it to one smoke more. You think death's loud, but it comes real small, like breath that stops before the call, like firewood stacked but never burned, like roads that twist and never turned. So raise a glass for the one who fell, but save a flame for the ash that dwells. Not every story ends in grit, some die quiet, like a cigar that never lit. Struck my last at 2:14. The barn was still, the world unseen. She touched my frame, then walked away. Now I am just the hour that stayed. The mice have made their peace with me, nestled inside where the gear should be. The hay is gold, the sky turns gray, but I still wait for yesterday. Tick I don't, and talk I won't. She wound me once, but now she don't. Time moved on like a rusted blade, but I remain the hour that stayed. She used to dance in the amber dust, boots in rhythm, heart in trust. Now only silence calls my name, no seconds left to count her flame. A rooster cried where her shadow lay, but shadows don't rewind the day. My hands are still the nails that frayed. No one mourns the hour that stayed. So if you hear a silence chime, it's not the end, it's not the time. It's me alone and lost decay. Stick I don't, and talk I won't. She wound me once, but now she don't. Time moved on like a rusted blade, but I remain the hour that stayed.
Pews are cracked and the hymn book's mold. The bell fell silent, the altar cold. No footstep here in 40 moons, just wine that hums forgotten tunes. But me, I burn though no one stays, a wick of memory lost in haze. They lit me once for love or sin, now I'm the ghost that lives within. I'm the last candle still burning slow, while saints turn dust and prayers don't show. I light the dark where nothing pleads, a flame without a name or need. I wasn't meant to last this long, but sorrow ain't good at moving on. She wept here once, wore a veil like snow, whispered to God, then let him go. He wore a suit, hands rough with dirt, they promise forever before the hurt. The stained glass eyes in broken red, sunlight leaking from the dead. Still I flicker, tired but true, burning for a love that never knew. Left my name in a jar of rust, buried it deep where the barn beams dust. Your boots by the door like a prayer half true. The wheat don't cry, but I do. Crow sang sharp on the fence at dawn, like it knew where the light had gone. You kissed me once like the sky turns blue, then you left like morning dew. And I rake the field with hands gone numb, counting miles where love don't come. The scarecrow stares like it always knew. The wheat don't cry, but I do. Smoke still hangs where your fire died, ash in the cup where your lips once lied. Your song's a ghost on the fiddle
don't cry, but I do. So lay me down where the wild roots chew, beneath the storms that once were you. If silence grows, I'll grow there too. The weak don't cry, but I do.
Once she stood with her hand on my pain, steam from her breath, whispering rain. He'd ride up slow through the copper dust, with eyes like promises dressed in rust. They danced in rooms I couldn't touch, but I held their echoes soft and much. Then one left and one looked through, but I was glass, what could I do? Now I face the fields alone, watching time in broken tone. The curtains fray like years undone. I'm just a window facing no one. Birds don't land like they used to try, and even the storm don't ask me why. Once I framed a life so wide, now I frame the wind that won't decide. She came back once, boots full of grief, touched my seal like turning a leaf, but she saw her face and turned away. Some mirrors ain't meant to stay. So let the house fall, let wood turn gray, let dust be hymns for yesterday. If love looks in, it's already gone. I'm just a window facing no one. Fox won't tread, under birch trees with branches like thread. Your breath was smoke from a midnight flame, and the wind bent low when you spoke my name. We slept on stones where the river once sang, skies turning rust as the church bell rang. Your touch was soil raw and deep. I held you like roots that never sleep. We are not written in stars or scrolls, but in lichen scars and thunder rolls. No altar, no vow, no silver rings.
our fingers, an untamed thing. Your eyes were wolves in a sea of frost, both full of fire and always lost. I followed your shadow through storm and bloom, past whisps between our fingers, an untamed thing. They said love dies where the wild grows thin, but we made a home in the coldest wind. I'd choose you still if the world unspun, like the first sharp leaf when the fall's begun. We are not written in stars or scrolls, but in floodplain truths and silent folds. No name to bind, no cage with wings, just moss between our fingers and whatever love between the silent pines and open roads. We walk with hearts too wild to hold. Your whisper rode on a restless breeze, like secrets sung by ancient trees. The sun dipped low behind the hills, where time stood still and the world was still. You took my hand, no need for vows, just two lost souls beneath the clouds. Silent pines and open roads, where love is the wind that never slows. No maps, no chains, no ties that bind, just you, just me, and the endless sky. The night wrapped us in its velvet cloak, with stars like sparks, the darkness spoke. We chased the dawn on a fleeting trail, a timeless dance, a whispered tale. No promise made, no promise broken, just hearts in silence, softly spoken. Through every mile, through every storm, you are my wild, my quiet form. Silent pines and open roads, where love is the wind that never slows. No maps, no chains, no ties that bind, just you, just me, and the endless sky. The night wrapped us in its velvet cloak, with stars like sparks, the darkness spoke. No maps, no chains, no ties that bind, just you, just me, and the endless sky.
There's a gate that groans when the wind runs through, and a coat on the post that still smells like you. The weed leans west like it's leaning back to the echo of boots on a sun-cracked track. You sowed your laugh in the rose last spring. Now the crows fly low and they never sing. I talk to the sky, but it don't reply, just hangs there quiet while the swallows fly. Love don't fade, it just turns to land, to dust on my palms and bark on my hand. I still feel you in the breath of rye, in the hush of the field you left behind. The fence is broken where we carved the year. Your name's still there, but the lines ain't clear. I mend what I can, let the rest decay. Some things like hearts rot slow that way. They ask why I stay where the thunder moans, where ghosts grow tall among the stones. The roots don't run from the pain they knew, and neither do I when it comes to you. Love don't fade, it just shifts its shape to the song of dusk or the way leaves break. I still hear you when the stars unwind, in the hush of the field you left behind. Love don't fade, it just shifts its shape to the song of dusk or the way leaves break. I still hear you when the stars unwind, in the hush of the field you left behind. The hollow calls in a language old, where roots wear stories like threads of gold. Your voice, a river beneath the stone, flowing soft through marrow and bone. We dance with ghosts in the twilight scene, chasing echoes that dissolve like dream. No fire to warm, no song to sing, just the silent pull of a tethered string. When the hollow whispers back your name, the earth remembers, but not the same. Love is the soil, dark and deep, a secret the shadows promise to keep.
touch was thunder, light and slow. A tremor felt where the wild things grow. I planted hope in the cracks of time, watched it bloom in the cold sublime. Underneath the stars that never sleep, we sowed our hearts in the furrows deep. And if the world forgets our track, the hollow's voice will whisper back. When the hollow whispers back your name, the earth remembers, but not the same. Love is the soil, dark and deep, a secret the shadows promise to keep. When the hollow whispers back your name, the earth remembers, but not the same. Love is the soil, dark and deep, a secret the shadows promise to keep.
Beneath the sky, where the wild winds whisper, we carved our names on a broken twister. The grass bends low like it knows our truth, dancing soft with the pulse of youth. Your eyes were stars caught in twilight's fold, a story the night and the dawn never told. We chased the sun till the river ran dry, and held our breath as the mountains sighed. Where the wild winds whisper, love runs free, like the call of the hawk or the drift of the sea. No fences or chains, just the open blue. I found my heart where I found you. The fireflies blink in a secret code, guiding our steps on this winding road. Every shadow and leaf, every stone and pine is a part of the story where you are mine. Let the world spin wild, let the storm roll in. Our love's the calm that lies deep within. In the hush of the night, in the breath of the dawn, I'm yours forever, though the years move on. Where the wild winds whisper, our souls entwine in the heart of the earth, your hand in mine. No walls or walls, no start or end, just the wild winds whisper and love, my friend. She walks like the dawn on a deer track trail, with sunlight tangled in her ponytail. Her laugh is a breeze through the cottonwood trees, and her silence is deeper than mountain seas. We kissed in the grass where the herons glide, with thunderclouds bruising the prairie wide. No vows, no rings, no chapel or choir, just lightning above and a soul set on fire. She's wild as the river, calm as the sky, burns like a sunset you can't pass by. No map could find where heart may roam, but somehow with her I'm always home. I don't need roads, I don't need signs, I just follow the wind where spirit shines. She dances with wolves in her midnight dream, and hums to the moon by the mountain stream. I tried to hold her, but love's not a cage, it's a wildfire line on a story's page. She don't say forever, she don't say stay, but she draws you in like the end of May. If I'm a stone, she's the water's call, soft but strong, and she shapes it all. She's wild as the river, fierce and free. She's everything the world forgot to be. I'll walk beside